Greetings, it's Heidi with Heidonian Living. Today's segment is a little tip to help you remember things. Now, I know I've done another section on this that is remembering things as they come to you, keeping them in a little notebook, having those notebooks strategically placed throughout your house and your life, like nightstand, desk, kitchen, car, those kinds of things. Now, this is remembering things in a different way. That's something new that's popping in your head, maybe promptings from the spirit or promptings from, a friend mentioned something or whatever. Today's helping you remember something are the things that you do over and over and over again that maybe you forget. Like, for example, trash day, right? Now, I know many of you may have ways to keep track of this on your smartphone or have an alarm set in your phone, all that kind of stuff. But I like simple systems that then also can be transferred for anybody in the household to be able to live by them, not just myself, but also too, honestly, I try to have less on my phone than more. Why? Well, one, because I just like to be old school, I guess. Maybe it's the stubbornness in me. But also two, then if your phone crashes, dies, or gets lost, your life is not over. Although, of course, you can back a lot of things up. But also three, I just find I spend way too much time on my phone already. And there's something in my freedom and flexibility and subconscious self that wants to stay away from my phone as much as I can in the areas that are still simple enough and solid enough that I can do that. So for example, I have these magnets. They're actually meant to be photo magnets, right? So they're clear sleeve, right? I think I got them at the dollar store, one of the dollar stores, 3 or 4 for $1, right? And actually I had these for a while on my desk and I didn't know what I was gonna do with them because I bought them for one thing and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I just know I'm supposed to keep these. Well, one thing that's really helped is things like trash day. Okay, so on the evening before trash day, so my trash day is Tuesday, I have all these magnets on my fridge. There's about 5 of them, maybe 6, I'd have to count. And so when Monday night rolls around, if I don't have time to take the trash out right then, because you know how you think, I need to take the trash out, I need to take the trash out. And sometimes even if you had an alarm on your phone, you might dismiss it and then forget because you got distracted and you still didn't take the trash out. So I put this in the middle of my kitchen counter until the trash is out, right? So it could be something simple like that. It could also be that you pack your husband's lunch, but he consistently leaves without it if you don't have a way to remind him. So you make sure and put this where he sees it so that whether it's with his keys or his wallet, or if you happen to have something metal on your door that you can put this on, the door that he leaves through, or for yourself, right? It reminds him about the lunch. Because I was writing these notes over and over again. So you might find yourself, if you're a note writer to yourself, that you keep putting out the same note, you keep rewriting the same note, then it might be time to implement something like this. So I just, printed simple, put it in the sleeve, keep them all in my fridge, and then reuse them. Now, some of you are you need things prettier than this. This would be too icky for you on your fridge. So of course you can do a different, fabulous version of this. You could do a silhouette or a cricket or whatever, thingy and make it a magnet and make it all fancy, but this is totally my style. Simple, solid, easy. Now, here's another example of how I use it. This is going to sound really silly to some of you, but with my in-home business, I have people come to my home. Some of them are allergic to cats. I have a cat. Actually, at this time, I have a cat who is about 19 years old, and he is very friendly. He's not like most cats who are reclusive. He thinks that everybody is here to pet him, and some people are afraid of cats. Some people are allergic to cats. So a lot of times, I'll put him in the bedroom with his cat bed and lock and shut the doors. And I do have to make sure they're latched or he'll let himself out. But anyway, then the funny part is if I put him in one of the spare bedrooms, because maybe my husband needs to go in and out of our bedroom a couple more times before he leaves that day or whatever, then I'll find myself hours later after somebody left forgetting to let the cat out. And I feel awful. I mean, it's not like he's, being harmed anyway. He's in there with his cat bed on top of the other bed. It's not an awful situation, but I feel bad because the poor guy's used to roaming the house. So something as simple as I put Zeke, that's my cat's name, in a magnet, and I put this out in a visible place on my counter, and I know, hey, I need to put Zeke, or I need to let Zeke out because I put him up. So that's another silly example. You can translate it into something in your life. And of course you can buy the cute little clean and dirty ones for your dishwasher. But this is what I use as well for that. And then which one, what am I missing? I'm missing one, I feel like. Laundry. I know why I'm missing it, because it's where it needs to be to remind me. Okay, my laundry room is downstairs. Most of our life happens upstairs. So I'll put a load in the washer. And if I don't have a way to remember there's a load in the washer, then I'll go down there and go to put another load in the washer and find that it's still wet, 2 days later. And then I have to rewash it because it's stinky and it's gross. So I put on at the top of our banister that I walk by all the time, it's flat, and I have one of these that says laundry. And so it just reminds me. And then when the laundry's done, and I don't need to worry about remembering to go downstairs to do laundry, it goes back on the fridge. But if laundry's in process, it's on the banister so that I remember to go. Okay, so it might seem really silly. In fact, my husband kind of lovingly makes fun of me, at least I think it's lovingly, for all my little reminders. But oh my gosh, I don't have to take energy to store it in my brain, and I don't get frustrated with forgetting these things with this simple little system. So I hope this helps you become more who you're called to be and find freedom in the process.